Hello, Christal Burnette. It's great pleasure to meet you and to be with you here in Okinawa.
Thank you for coming all the way over here. It was a long
Thank
plane
you.
ride.
Thank you for your time and for your work related to longevity as well. And I would like, beginning our meeting, our interview, I would like to ask to you to tell us about your journey. I read that you arrived here 2016, right? And please tell to Brazilians and Portuguese professionals and my friends about your career and why are you here in Okinawa, please?
Well, first I studied abroad in Tokyo for a year, and I am from Florida in America, and as many people know, America's obesity rate is very high. So when I came to Japan in Tokyo to study, I was surprised that the Japanese people were skinny. To me, that was a shock, because in America, adults especially, they always gain weight as they get older. I thought that was normal. So I came to Japan and I was shocked by people being a healthy weight. So I wanted to learn more about why Japanese people are much healthier than the rest of the world. But I didn't know about Okinawa yet until an Okinawan friend in Tokyo told me that there is the Longevity Island. Okinawa is a longevity island. Why don't you study in Okinawa? And I was like, oh my gosh, there's something called the Longevity Island? I was shocked. I didn't know. No one taught me about that. My whole 21 years, I was 21 at the time in Tokyo. No one told me about the Longevity Island. So I thought that was fascinating, So I decided to graduate. I graduated from University of Florida, and then I studied abroad in Aoyama Gakuin University in Tokyo. And then when I finished that, I went to get my master's at the University of the Ryukyus here in Okinawa. And I entered the agriculture department, and because there's technically no longevity department, right? That's not a thing. So the closest thing I could find was agriculture. So because I thought the secret was food. I thought it was plants and vegetables. I thought that was the secret to longevity. So in the agriculture department, I studied a herb called the long life herb. It's called the long life herb, literally. Or chomeso is the name of it. Chomeso. It's an Okinawan plant, and the Japanese characters translate to long life herb. And it's a very unresearched, unknown plant, so I decided to learn how to grow it, what's it good for, what's the nutrition, why it's good for you. And as I was doing this, I learned about other Okinawan plants, other Okinawan vegetables, but then I also learned about moai, and then I started learning about ikigai, right, because I'm in Okinawa. They're going to teach me these things anyway. So as I was studying my master's degree, I was also surprised to find that there's no one promoting Okinawan longevity. I thought, there's Suzuki Sensei, but he doesn't do YouTube and stuff, right? He doesn't go on TV shows and stuff. People come to him, but that's about it. There's no one living in Okinawa to teach about ikigai, the truth about ikigai, the truth about food, the truth, There's no journalists, there's no YouTubers, there's no influencers, there's nothing when I came here. In both English and Japanese. There's no Japanese influencer about Okinawan longevity. So you see the younger generation is not interested in what their grandparents did. So since no one was doing this, but this is such a good concept, and there's great products, there's great teas, there's great Okinawan foods, Okinawan sugar, there's so much good Okinawan stuff, that I thought that I would love to promote Okinawan longevity and sell Okinawan products. So 6 years ago, or 7 years, almost 7 years ago, I started a company. When I graduated, or before I graduated, I found what I wanted to do, and I wanted to be the longevity influencer in Okinawa and sell Okinawan products in English to other countries, because no one's doing that in Okinawa, which is mind-blowing. And I got ready to graduate, and then I switched over and I made the company, and then I just started. And it's been 7 years, and now I finally have my own products. I sell a Okinawan dark brown sugar. It's a very unrefined good, sugar in moderation is okay. But it's a very interesting sugar.
You produce sugar?
So I use Okinawan farmers and
Okay.
Okinawan manufacturers, and then I make the English packaging, and then I export it to the States.
Export for which countries?
So right now it's just America, but I can ship individual boxes anywhere in the world. But right now I just ship a lot to America and sell it in United States.
Oh,
And then I have a supplement coming out, and then a tea's coming out soon as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
A great history, and it's beautiful to know and to see your passion for Okinawa culture, and not in order to try to understand what happened, what they do over here to have that such beautiful and active and healthy longevity. And on your website, I read that you did a lot of interviews with Okinawa residents. It was easy. How tell me, because I have the experience of talking to elders or centenarians in Greece and Sardinia, and we know we have different approach or different personality. Tell a little bit about your process of interviewing them here.
Well, so since I can speak Japanese and I went to university here, it's a little easier for them to say, oh, okay, like, oh, you know Okinawa, you live here, so it's a little bit easier, but still there's resistance. Okinawans, Japanese Okinawans are much shyer, more shy than Italians or people from Greece. They're very, I don't want to be on TV, I don't want to talk, so... some people, and then when you try to talk to them, the conversation doesn't go how you hope it goes, so you have to learn how to guide the conversation, see if they can answer your questions. It's difficult. It's difficult. Everyone says something different. It's difficult.
Oh, okay. As my very little experience talking to Okinawan people these days, I recognize it a friendly behavior, a friendly approach. But I was not telling to them, I was not interviewing, just
talking.
Just talking.
That's what you have to do.
They not most of them, all of them were so welcome.
Yes. That's
Fantastic.
the difference. It's hard to do that approach. It's psychological.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in your website, I could see your great job from what you did, and you publicize your findings, of course. And I would like to know your purpose. Okay, because I think, like me, you want to influence about other communities and different people, okay, to do the same of the Okinawan people. And because of the current expansion of publicity about blue zones, blue zones, how do you promote your findings? Your findings, okay? Inserting this moment, connecting to this moment of the blues of, at least in Brazil and Portugal, where a lot of people know what are blue zones. But in your company, how you include your work in this moment related to blue zones?
So I do try to use the word blue zone because everyone knows it, right? They Google it, they look at it, they want to know about blue zones. But so I will use the word blue zone, but then I will try to tell the truth. So I remember, for example, you have a question there about Yukie Miyaguni-san. She's a chef in the Red Kitchen in that documentary. She was talking about vegetables, and I know her. I asked her about the interview afterward. they edit the footage to make her answer different. So it's actually not the truth. That documentary is not telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dan, I even dissect this in a video. Dan asks her, "What's one food you can eat for longevity?" She says, and she always says this, and Suzuki Sensei says it too, there's no one food for longevity.
Yes.
And she said that, but they cut it.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like she said that. So she's a little upset about that. And so I use Blue Zones to promote Okinawa, but I don't like the way they teach about Okinawa. So he does that, because the documentary has the picture of the purple sweet potato, and he wants her to say purple sweet potato. So it's all kind of manipulated.
Okay.
So it's not good. The Blue Zones, they also try to promote veganism.
To promote what?
Vegan.
Vegan.
To be vegan.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dan is vegan, and he tries to make it seem like all the Blue Zone people are mostly vegan or live very, very little meat, which is not true.
Okay. Yes, because here the Okinawa people eat a lot of pork.
Yeah, now they do, and even back then. So when I interview Okinawans about what they ate when they were younger, of course, like Suzuki Sensei said, there's not a lot of food, but they tried to eat meat whenever they could.
Okay.
So they would catch frogs, they would catch rabbits, they would eat chickens, they would eat these things all the time. But no one's talking about that, and that's something I want to tell people. Like they're not what the Blue Zones is claiming they are. There's no true speaker for Okinawans, right? So
it's not a surprise what you're telling to me now. It's not a surprise for me. I'm a beginner, of course, in this study, but because of my expedition, Centenarian expedition, visiting Sardinia, I interviewed Dr. Jenny Pace, and then Greece, and of course, it's possible to see something disconnecting to the truth.
yes.
Okay, and as I asked to Dr. Suzuki about what they are doing now, trying to sell for a lot of money. I know this because I have friends last September in Brazil, a company trying to thinking, or maybe they already bought, made a contract to Blue Zone in order to transform or to transform a city in a Blue Zone for a lot of money, Okay, I can see that this now is I don't know, because of the maybe because Netflix series. It's a product. It's marked as a product. That's okay, but it's so sad.
Okay,
it's so sad, but
if you tell the truth,
yes,
it's okay.
It was so interesting for me during this day, and I travel a lot with friends here in Okinawa, and I asked it a lot for Okinawa people about Blue Zones. None of them heard about the word Blue Zones. But come on, Blue Zones. Okinawa people, old people, don't know what are Blue Zones. So curious, so interesting for me. Well, it's another theme for my articles.
Yeah, they don't know why they live a long time.
Okay. Right? Christal, your work in Hatai corporation is very important. I was going to ask about the products what you export in your Hatai corporate. What's the meaning of Hatai?
It's Haitai.
Haitai.
So in Okinawa, men, when they say hello, they say Haisai.
Haisai.
And women say Haitai.
Haitai is hello.
Woman, yes, hello.
Oh. And so I can say from now on, Haitai.
Haitai. People, it's Okinawan language is dying. It's no longer used as much anymore.
This is in the Okinawa dialect.
Yes. Okay.
I heard that there's a different.
It's dying language. So people will laugh. They'll like it, but they'll laugh. They always laugh because you're not Okinawan.
Okay. And for sure, I'm going to share about your Haitai corporation. I'm sure, truly sure that people are going to read and to know.
Thank you.
Why not maybe to import some products, okay? And I read about Tsunagari.
Tsunagari, yeah.
Tsunagari. Tsunagari is related to connections.
Yes.
People connections. Is a Japanese or Okinawan word?
That's Japanese.
Japanese.
It's not necessarily. I think they're trying to make a new word, like ikigai.
Okay.
'Cause
It's similar to ikigai.
Tsunagari just means connection.
Just connection.
Just connection. So
Like me and you.
So like
you and
social, well, in Japanese, tsunagari can mean any connection.
Any
So
connection.
it doesn't. But they're trying to. I think what they're trying to do is make the next ikigai, right? Because ikigai and social connections is the key to longevity, like you said, like people being with people. So I think they're trying to promote that new buzzword, right?
Okay, I understand. And this Tsunagari, because you have another product very important, Blue Zones Okinawa Wellness Stay. Can you tell us about your wellness stay?
So that is not run by me. It's run by a different group of people. But so how do I say that? I was just the model in it at one point, but now it's developing into a true tour. So they're trying to market this tour to non-Japanese people to come to Okinawa and experience what it's like to relax, to what they eat, how they move, what Okinawa looks like. So it's kind of like a vacation / wellness tour.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
how can I say? There are a lot of this sort of stays in India or
they're trying to
Sri
do something.
Lanka is like I only have the Portuguese word, but this is a moment of relaxing and learning like this.
Yeah.
But here in
Yes, but
Okinawa,
yeah.
Okinawa. Okay. And we talk about the impossibility of eating only one benimo or only eating only benimo to
Yeah.
longevity. I know. And here in Okinawa, a lot of people told me about that lemon.
Yeah, shikwasa.
Shikwasa is I talked to some Basan, and they in their opinion, you have to eat. Can you repeat the name?
Shikwasa.
Shikwasan every day. Shikwasan every day.
See, they always say something like that. Like, this is the key to
Okay.
longevity. It's good for you, but it's not the key.
I asked Dr. Suzuki, I'd like to know your opinion about the ageism, the prejudice. As you are American, I know that there's the ageism in the U.S., like in Brazil, like in Portugal. What do you feel? What's your opinion about this here in Okinawa? Have you any history or situation related this to ages?
So, when I did my research on that, so like Suzuki Sensei said, choju, long life and celebration, back in the day, that was very important. So, for example, there's something called kajimaya, where when they turn 97 years old, there's a big celebration for living to 97. And so that was something that would encourage them to live longer. And then also you see these elder Okinawans living with their children, right? Back in the day, all over the world, people would live together, right? Grandparents, children, grandchildren, all in the same house. So you learn to respect them, right? And you live the social connections and then the ikigai. But now, no one wants to live with their parents, and everyone separates from the grandparents, right? And then since they're separating, then they don't call them, then they don't really respect them, they don't want to be with them. Right? There's this disconnect, this break in the social connection with the elder generation and their children. So then you lose the respect.
Really?
Yeah. And then the grandparents lose this ikigai, or this reason for living, right? So they put them in the nursing home, the elder person's home.
Even here in Okinawa.
Even here now, yes.
Even here.
Now, back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Okay, but with
Now
the youngest generation, really?
Yeah, so that's the ageism you see just separating.
There is ageism over here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can say this.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
It's because Okinawan culture is being pushed away, and it's not just America. It's not just the military. It's the mainland Japan brought this mainland Japan culture. There's American culture, and just modernization has caused this problem.
So in corporates, even in the work, people face ageism. For example, people over 50 years old suffer some kind of ageism in the work.
The problem in Japan is that jobs are not given to people who have skills. They're given to whoever's older. So whoever gets more money is just age. So there's no equivalent of skill and pay in Japan. It's a problem. So only the older people get more pay. So the younger generation can feel resentment toward them. So they have all this power, and some are very mean. There's very, to be honest, people are very mean within a Japanese company. A lot of yelling, a lot of scolding. They're very strict.
Okay.
So you could see this resentment of the younger generation too. So they respect them, because they have to.
Different from us, from Brazilians and America,
yes,
maybe.
The culture is very
the culture is different.
Yeah.
Because I heard it.
So maybe some people respect them, but a lot of it is just, it's not real. It's not from the heart.
Okay.
It's set up like a system.
It's sad to know this.
Yeah.
And Christal, ending our talking, our interview, I would like to, first of all, to thank you very, very much. It's a great pleasure, opportunity to know about you and to tell to my friends. And I would like to know about your future plans for high-tech corporations. And now I'd like to know if you would like to leave any comments or some words for my people in Brazil and Portugal.
So my goal is to grow my YouTube channel, because in modern day, right, YouTube channels are very powerful. Okay, so you got to play the game. So I want to grow my YouTube channel to teach people from all over the world about Okinawan longevity. That's my goal. And then produce more products. And then in turn, this will help Okinawan farmers and Okinawan people, because it will bring money back into the economy. And it will also bring, for example, wellness tours, more people coming in, more social connections. So I want to grow the Okinawan economy, in a sense, because it's dying. These people are growing things and producing things, and no one's buying them anymore. So I want to bring back the traditional culture of Okinawa to kind of fight the modernization of Okinawa. So my advice is to not just subscribe to my YouTube channel, but to learn about the importance of social connections and ikigai. And don't worry about food, don't worry about exercise, all that. It's important, don't eat McDonald's every day, but really think about how important it is for the people around you, because the people around you, it connects to your life, your long life.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes, thank you.